tell me, in your research for this movie, what was something that surprised you about Girl World?
About Girl World? Well, I think when I talked to a few real girls and stuff, and the thing that's sort of surprising that I guess I remembered being true was like, girls will have girls that are their best friend, and they'll go, "That's my best friend," and then the girl's not nice to them at all. Like this one girl I talked to was saying like, "Well, like my best friend, sometimes we'll go to a party and she'll just leave me there, and like she's my ride, but she's my best friend." Like, what? Get a new best friend. It's crazy.
I know. Can you tell me about any experiences you've had with Girl World?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Let me just fix that. Okay. There's a lot of things in the movie that were things that kind of happened to me. Like in the movie when Regina says to Katie, like, "Oh, you're really pretty," and she goes, "Thank you." And she's like, "Oh, so you agree? You're really pretty." Like that happened to me once in high school. Just bear trap. And I just sort of remember being just really intimidated by girls at that age. And the funny thing is now, like, if I see, like, really put together 14-year-old girls, I still get intimidated. And then I have to remind myself that I'm, like, 33, and they can't hurt me anymore.
I know exactly what you mean. Speaking of mean girls, I hear that some of Jimmy Fallon's teenage fans sometimes write you mean letters. Is this true?
I have gotten, I got a letter once. I can't remember if it was a letter or like a posting on the internet, but that was like, "Stop acting like you're Jimmy Fallon's girlfriend because you are not." Because I am. But, like, girls are very protective of their Jimmy love.
That's so bizarre. We're doing a story on the women of SNL.
Cool.
What was it like when you were named head writer? You were the first female head writer ever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What did that mean to you, and what did that mean to the other women of SNL?
Well, I mean, it was to me it was just sort of a regular. I got a promotion and I was nervous and excited. I didn't really think about like, and I'm a lady. But all the women at the show are really strong, and like our director's a woman, and we have a lot of female writers, and so I mean, hopefully they feel like when it comes to picking the show, I'm kind of on their side in terms of like wanting to put their sketches in the show. But everyone, it's actually very fair there, and if stuff is funny, it'll go in the air.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It seems like, I'm just looking from an outsider point of view, it seems that the men who leave the show tend to do better in the movies than the women do. Why do you think that is? I mean, what kind of challenges do female comics face?
I guess it's probably says something more about the movie business. And this is the weird thing, is that everyone says, like, oh, SNL is really hard for women. But if you look at SNL, the women, when they're at our show, are stars and rule the show and get to do all this stuff. And then when they leave the show, we have a harder time. So I think it's sort of the rest of the world is kind of a rough boys' club.
Mm-hmm. And also, I think it's just not funny when a woman gets kicked in the crotch.
No, you have to punch her in the boob.
Yeah, that's the key to good comedy. What would you say is the meanest thing you've ever done?
Well, the meanest thing I ever did, because I was kind of mean, but I was also a total coward. So I would just always talk about girls behind their back. Like, I would never actually fight anyone or do anything to anyone. I would probably just call girls bad names that I can't say on camera.
Okay. Gotcha. We all do that.
We all do it.
Okay, I think we're out of time. Thanks so
great.
much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.